Hello, and welcome to the Ask Me training for Waterloo Orientation 2017. The Ask Me booths operated by the Student Success Office will be located in two different areas on campus throughout the week. During the first 2 days of orientation, these two will operate. However, starting September 5th on the Tuesday, there will only be one Ask Me booth operated by the SSO, which will be located in the SLC's Great Hall. The Ask Me booths will be supported by a minimum of 2 leaders at a time from the SSO and will be well equipped with resources to provide information to students. This includes campus maps, information on Fed services and other services on campus, like the late night shuttle, closest grocery stores, etc. The booths will serve first-year students, transfer students, exchange, international, any sort of other students on campus, as well as leaders, parents, and other sorts of orientation staff or faculty during the week. The orientation leaders stationed at the booths will provide the accurate and relevant information about orientation, as well as help them find directions to the appropriate locations that they're looking for. It will act as an information booth for everything related to orientation, and leaders at the Ask Me booths will also be able to assist in crowd control and redirection during check-ins and when other places are overwhelmed, like in the Great Hall when we have faculty events. Each faculty has their own version of an Ask Me booth, which is generally referred to as an overnight booth. Each one has a different title. They provide the same exact purpose, and they have the same types of materials and resources that other people might need. They should be able to answer all the same questions as the SSO operated ones, which is why we created this module so that all leaders operating the Ask Me booths or their overnight faculty booths will be able to have the same information. So there are some learning objectives that we have set in place for the SSO Ask Me booths as well as the overnight and faculty booths. The learning objectives for the SSO Ask Me booths are that all new students will have a stronger understanding of how to navigate campus. And secondly, upon successful completion of the volunteer position, upper year leaders will have had the opportunity to support first year leaders by passing on their knowledge and experiences while furthering their personal growth and development. These are very important because these learning objectives not only have to do with the first year students, but also the leaders' development as well. The overnight and faculty booths might have different expectations, so it's your responsibility to meet the requirements of your own committee if you will be one of the leaders operating the overnight booths. There are 6 faculty information booths on campus, 5 of which run overnight and 1 does not. The one that does not run 24 hours is engineering's booth called the Toolbox. This one is located in the CPH courtyard. It still operates during the week, but just not 24 hours. However, Boar Tribe, which is Art's booth, is located near the Boar, Porcelino, just outside of Modern Languages in the Art Squad. Sci-I, which is from the Science faculty, is located right under the bridge between the Physics building and B1. The AHS overnight booth is called the Outback Shack. This is located on BMH Green. Maths overnight booth, which is called Tie Guard, is located right near M3. An Environments overnight booth called the Banana Stand is located right near Environment 3 on the grassy area. All of these booths have the same sort of information that any of the SSO operated Ask Me booths will have and will be just as accessible to the first year students as any of the SSO booths. Each of the faculty booths will look different and will have big banners to designate who they are on campus. The Ask Me booths will also have quite big signs and a big banner so that people know who they are and what types of information they offer. The booths will be fun and attractive looking. The Ask Me booths will offer a variety of services this year, including late check-ins at the SLC Ask Me booth location starting September 5th, which is the Tuesday of orientation week, until the Saturday of orientation week, which is September 9th. They will also provide connections to campus maps and other resources, and the leaders working at Ask Me booth should be able to answer a variety of questions for first-year students, like how to get to different buildings on campus, and when and where their events are, etc. One thing that Ask Me booths and overnight faculty booths will have to look at this year is walk homes. This year we will require documentation to be filled out, 2 leaders to be sent with them. There are no specific gender requirements for this, but referrals to the off-campus shuttle can also be made to off-campus students. The off-campus community takes over the SSO Ask Me booth in the SLC at 8 p.m. each night. The faculty booths will frequently get asked, "What time does my event start?" This one will definitely vary depending on what day it is, what faculty the student's in. Make sure to take a look at the master schedule to determine where they should be going, and make sure that they have a wristband. The master schedule also has accessibility information as to whether or not certain entrances have wheelchair ramps or elevators, etc. All of the accessibility items for each orientation event will be published on the orientation website. So, if a student has a question about accessibility, they will have to refer to the uwaterloo.ca/orientation to help students find the information that they need. Another frequently asked question will be, where is blank? Whether that's where's the SLC, where's the gym, how do I get to Eng 5, where's the arts quad? A lot of the time students will have absolutely no idea where they're going. So when they come to your booth and ask you, circle it on a map. Explain what buildings it's in between, what it looks like, an accessible route, anything. Also, suggest that they pull up their portal and look at the map widget. Sometimes that's a little bit easier to see if they're not really good at reading paper maps. One question that the overnight booths might receive is, what else is open 24/7? There are a few things on campus. First is the turnkey desk. We know that's all open 365 days a year. Another 24-hour place on campus is International News, which is the convenience store. This is a really great resource if you need to buy Band-Aids, snacks, any sort of toiletry product that your heart desires. The SLC in general is always open 24 hours, but not much else. You could suggest some things in the Waterloo Plaza that are open late, like Timothy's or the Mel's Diner. If someone comes up to the booth that you're working at and says, "I lost my walk card, what should I do?" the answer that you should give them is definitely go get a new one. Direct them to the walk card office in the SLC, or have them check turnkey first to see if someone found it. If there is an emergency that happens near your overnight booth or the Ask Me tables, please assess the situation and then consult the person that would be responsible for the scenario. The first responders from UW are the campus response team. Their headquarters is located in the SLC on the 3rd floor, and their number will be on the back of every orientation leader's name tag. All of the FOC are first aid trained, and a lot of them will be spending time around the overnight and faculty booths. Campus Police is an excellent resource to use, and their number will also be on the back of every orientation leader's name tags. 911 is definitely an option for absolute emergencies, as well as the multi-purpose room has emergency kits and procedures as well. You can reach them anytime from your cell phones, just calling 519-888-4090 or just calling 84090 from your phone as well. Thanks so much for listening and participating in the Ask Me and Overnight Faculty Booth Training module. If you have any questions, you can feel free to email Hannah Verrips, who is an SSO FOC, at heverrips@uwaterloo.ca, or you can contact your faculty FOC committee for more further or specific information. Thanks, and enjoy your orientation week.